your essential guide to Showerthoughts. Being in a relationship is solving problems together. Problems you wouldn't have if you were single. Teachers who used chalkboards used art mode before it was cool. There are two types of lazy: looking for closed parking because you're too lazy to walk, or parking far because you're too lazy to look for closed parking. Google could probably force world peace by just telling everyone to chill, or we'll make everyone's internet history public. Deaf people must love Tom and Jerry because of its lack of dialogue. There's a big difference between men and women when they say they finished a whole box of tissues watching that film last night. A human can fall off a cliff and only break a leg, but could also slip down the stairs and die. Trying to carry everything in one trip is working hard to be lazy. For a saga set in space, Star Wars has a serious lack of spacesuits. Kids are like farts, you're proud of your own but disgusted by others. An alarm clock is your past self telling your future self to wake up. Many aquariums have signs at the entrance prohibiting weapons such as guns and knives. Very few have signs that prohibit fishing poles. It's really odd that the generation that grew up playing Tetris needs a 25-foot-long SUV to fit a baby stroller. Being middle class is when spending $100 is expensive, but earning $100 isn't a lot of money. The closest thing our world has experienced to the snap was when Snapchat updated their app and lost half their users. There's always a certain point in which society turns a tragic event into tourism. In English class, if you have a hard time understanding a book, you're a bad reader, but if nobody understands your writing, you're a bad writer. The biggest dinosaurs must have had epic farts. Nothing dates a movie or TV show more quickly than when the characters use old cell phones. When you go up the stairs two at a time, you are working harder to work less hard. Squidward is bad at the clarinet because he plays a woodwind instrument underwater. Your phone number is the password a stranger needs to get in contact with you. Calibri replacing Times New Roman as the standard font is probably the least talked about underdog story. Colleges would do a lot better job preparing you for the real world if they got paid in a flat percentage of your post-graduation income. Candyland would have so many ants. We all know how to count to 1 billion, but none of us have actually done it. Corn, the Swiss Army knife of food, it's a vegetable, cereal, bread, oil, snack, and sweetener. People would appreciate the color brown more if our fecal matter wasn't brown. The way someone reacts to rejection oftentimes justifies the rejection. Your brain is inherently scared of anything new because everything you have already done has been proven to not be deadly. People always tell you to chase your dreams, but never tell you how to catch them. We are always having a never-ending conversation with ourselves in our head, from the beginning to the end. The younger generations are going to think it's nuts that 90s kids actually had typing classes in high school. Those who are socially awkward look more awkward the more they try not to be awkward. If you are watching the sun rise, someone on the other side of the world is watching that same sunset. One of the hardest parts about living with mental health problems is choosing the wrong person to tell. The most die-hard Star Wars fans hate the sequels, think the prequels sucked and the originals were just okay. Somebody born in the 1850s and survived to his or 90s have seen the Wild West, World War I and World War II. We can't trick our brains to tickle ourselves, but we can trick them into thinking we are having sex. Before, throwing pebbles at a window was considered incredibly romantic. Now it's incredibly creepy. If corn syrup was invented in 2019, it would probably first gain market share in health food stores as a natural alternative to sugar. Educate yourself as much as you can, because in the end, it's your thoughts that will keep you company. A single 2004 Honda Civic with unlimited gas could probably fuck up some major historical events. People use the quote "the more the merrier," but in reality, the more people there are in a group, the larger the number of disputes.